Hey, Magic fans, this is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we're going to walk it back one last time with bloomburrow Pauper Edition. That's right. What are some of the coolest cards from bloomburrow that might see play in Pauper? And is there anything even worth a damn in the common slot anymore to make Pauper a little more like Legacy Light? So don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We get to 1,000 subscribers, it's giveaway time. Links in the description to help keep us sponsor free. Or I mean, I'm seriously gonna like the feet picture thing ain't working out. I'm gonna have to get a sponsor. This is I can't live like this. Like a fat kid. I need food, and donuts, and more donuts. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into it. Top 5 cards for Pauper on the bloomburrow list. Starting off at number 5, we have a sweet Nettle Guard. So this will be great for those mono white decks. A white and one for a 3/1. The best thing about this card is when it becomes a target spell or ability, it becomes a 3/3. So it becomes very easy to save this if you have some way to pump it. Um, Not something normally happen in those mono white decks, but also the ability that this thing has to, for one, and sacrifice, destroy target artifact or enchantment makes this card even better because now you don't have to worry about playing disenchants. You just start them in your main deck because they all got legs and they're ferocious. Ferocious Mises, that is. But anyway, I think it's going to be great for the mono white deck. It gives you that artifact enchantment removal for all those, let's just say, affinity decks that tend to be floating around out there. Also, 3/1 for the power. Quick, it's fast, easy, does some serious damage. And the ability that it can become a 3/3 does help this card a lot if your deck is built to kind of get that little extra oomph across the table, if you know what I mean. So, there we have coming in at number 5. Next, we have at number 4 for Pauper, we have Savor. So we have here a common that is a black and one. Target creature gets -2/-2 to end turn, and you get to create a food. Um, this becomes really good in affinity decks. Speaking of, the food token helps you have extra artifacts, so your affinity cards cost less. Most creatures don't have a bigger butt than 2, and some of the creatures that have that 1 or 2 on the butt can become indestructible or bonuses or what have you. Untargetable, say what you will. Mainly more looking at the indestructible versions. That makes this a good enough card to kill them. Also, if they do have a big creature, let's say they have a 3/3 or even a 4/4, you can at least shrink it down small enough so that your creatures can kill theirs or at least be able to trade off with it. It may not catch on right away, but again, I think the affinity decks are looking for things like this that could act as removal against other decks while still giving you the artifacts you need to really power out those affinity powered artifacts and make your deck good. So there we have. And can I just say the squirrel hiding in fear inside the eyeball here? Beautiful, just beautiful. So moving on to number 3 in Pauper, we have Crumb and Get It. Crumb and Get It. Play on words. Observational humor. Anyway, so this is a 1 white instant. You can gift a food. But the big part of this, 1 white, target creature gets +2/+2 to end a turn. That is insane. It doesn't have to attack. It doesn't have to block. You can do it at any time. And like we just saw with that 3/1, this 1 white spell can turn that 3/1 into a 5/5. And that's some serious damage. Also, you gift your opponent a food, you can give your creature indestructible for 1 white. There's not a lot of things going on that can take care of indestructible creatures, other than the card we just showed at -2/-2. But this also gives you +2/+2, so it can cancel it out. Um, this has so much potential, I think, in a white style deck in Pauper. I mean, let's say you don't give them food. Who really cares? If you're running a 3/1, that becomes a 5/5 when you target it with this, I mean, it's just gonna be game on. Like, you're gonna kill everything. And if your opponent happens to let a creature or two get by, and you throw this on it, game's probably over. Been fun playing with you. Um, I think this will be a very good card for the Pauper format. If white, uh, let's say, comes a little back from the fringes and becomes a powerhouse deck like you. Moving on, we have in at number 2, we got a brand new counterspell, Dazzling Denial. Blue and 1. Counter target spell as a controller pays 2. We already have spells like that, not a real big deal. However, blue getting a big bump from the bird. Get it? They're giving us the bird. Anyway, if you have a bird, this counters any spell unless the controller pays 4 instead. And in Pauper, 4 colorless might as well just say counter target spell. The odds that someone's going to have that much mana out for extra mana, plus the casting of the spell they're trying to cast, probably not happening. Just putting it out there. Also, those decks that are playing those bigger spells will never be able to get past this, even at the 2 side, let alone if you flip them a bird. But bump. Get it? Get it, the bird? Observational humor. Anyway, so I think this is going to be a great counter spell. Yes, it can be played in any deck, but any deck with birds in it, this is going to be premium counter spell material. Way better than our normal cards that we got at common that just say pay 2 colorless, and that's it. So I think this is looking to shake up the world of Pauper a little bit, get blue a little back on the map if it's not really on the map enough as it is, for the love of God. But who knows? This could be the beginning of a terrible, terrible thing. We'll just have to wait and see. So, with that said, coming in at number 1 for the best card for the Pauper format to come out of bloomburrow, in my opinion, which is all that doesn't matter, is this little fella, the Pawn Prophet. I think this thing is a powerhouse. It's split mana, so it's a green or a blue twice. So 2 mana, and you can do it with 2 green, cast it with 2 blue, cast it with a green and a blue. Take your pick. It goes in mono blue decks, it goes in mono green decks, it goes in blue green decks. It's only a 1/1, but when it enters, you draw a card. This is huge. Quarreling Oracle is a thing. And this is not as powerful, but damn close. And as you guys know, the white deck that has all the 2/1s and the 1/1s that let them draw cards is how the deck gets you. It just makes this massive go wide field and just devastates you. This now gives the option to blue and green decks to make 1/1s to block the white wingy decks, kill their creature while drawing a card themselves to replace this card, get them deeper in the deck, and help them solidify their strategy. I think a lot of people have really undersold, missed, or are not giving enough credit to the Pawn Prophet. I think this is going to be huge for Pauper and change a lot of things in a way a lot of decks not only function, but the cards that they play. This on turn 2, giving you a blocker, letting you kill another card. Like I mentioned, most cards or creatures, in the Pauper format have 1 on the butt and a bigger front. Laying a Pawn Prophet and someone's going to swing at you with a 3/1, it's not going to happen because they don't want to lose their creatures. And if they do swing at you with a 3/1, you block with the Prophet and they have a combat trick, the Pawn Prophet soaked up the damage you would have took and the combat trick, and you draw a card off of it, it replaces itself. I don't think we could have got anything better. I mean, this is Elvish Visionary, and it's not an elf. So it does take 2 colored mana, but it does the exact same thing. And with Elvish Visionary, which is also a common, if they're both legal in Pauper, I don't remember if Visionary got banned or not. Probably not. That's 8 cards in your deck in mono green, you could even say, that you could really mill through your deck to make sure you hit your land drops, you get creatures on the battlefield, and really turn the tide of that whole go wide strategy. Maybe green is the new go wide over the white deck, because I'm going to be honest with you. Not only can green go wide, but green goes wide. And I mean wide like big butts, and I cannot lie, wide. So, all that said, guys, there you have it. That's the breakdown for the bloomburrow set. Tell me what you think in the comments. As always, everybody's got new ideas, different ideas, hell, probably better ones than mine. Tell me what you think about the cards I've previewed and shown for what I think might be some cards to look out for. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you crossing the game table. Hopefully at Gen Con. God, it's getting close.